Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Sunday, February 11th, 2018 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is the revolution releases me from karmic vibes. Karmic vibrations. All right, vibes to make it short, but karmic vibrations. And today we don't have a huge amount going on, but we have to remember, even without a huge amount going on right now, there's huge stuff happening as we are building into the second eclipse of our eclipse season, our first eclipse season of 2018. And this period, I call it the eclipse corridor, is always so intense and ripe with transformation. That being said, we also have Venus newly in Pisces, and I think Venus in Pisces is doing some major karmic release work around relationships. Look at these cards that I got, the clinging to the past and the suppression energy. So we have an opportunity to dig into these energies, whether they are ancestral or whether they are these karmic cords. Dig in and start the revolution evolution process of that. Revolution evolution, because today we have the sun finishing up at 22 degrees. That's that final master revolution evolution, and then shifting to 23. 23 is where we have that 5 energy, and that's where revelations come through, where you have those aha moments. You're like, oh, there was a reason for this. There's always a reason for this. Remember, even if you're still in that place of like the suppression, even if you are reaching for that new vision, that next thing, there's a reason for this. There's a reason why, and often it's processing this clinging to the past energy. That being said, what we do have going on today, interesting little combinations. We have the moon. The moon is in Capricorn. The moon is in Capricorn, building into the dark of the moon. So as we go into the dark of the moon, the dark of ourselves can rise. The interesting thing about a new moon, which we're building into this new moon eclipse, is that, you know, we give so much power to the full moon because it's like, there she is in her glory. The new moon is the same. It's the moon in its full glory. We just can't see it. And it's the same thing with our shadows. There's a lot of glory. There's a lot of energy in there. We can't always see it. But if you start tuning in and feeling it, I promise you there's a lot of work to be done. So this moon in Capricorn will be meeting up with Saturn in Capricorn. And I have to remind you, there's Lilith still hanging out with Saturn. And I will remind you, I mentioned this yesterday, but I didn't really get into it. I do the true black moon Lilith, which means she oscillates. Lilith is like here, there, everywhere. She's the true yin. She goes where the energy pulls her in her flow. So usually, if you check her out, watch her during any day, move through the chart, she's like here, over here, back over here. It's a lot of movement that goes on. But lately, right now, she's like, this is where I need to be. I need to be working the Saturn energy. I need to help you shift your sense of responsibility. Shift it from responsibility as in I am responsible to the world to responsibility. I am responsible to my soul. I will respond in a way that's true to the beat of my soul. Now the moon being here and being that we're moving into this dark of the moon phase may bring up some stuff. You may get some stuff around responsibility. You may get some stuff around autonomy and sovereignty. You may get stuff around your A game. We talked a lot about that during Capricorn. Achievement. What I want you to remember, if we go back to A words, is alignment. What is your alignment in this? Now, this is all happening at 5 degrees. That's a degree of that mental energy. So really utilize the power of your focus to find your alignment. And if you do have this stuff come up, remember, the revolution releases you from these karmic vibrations. You have to tune in. What is empowering you? What is feeling yes? Sometimes it can be as simple as yes or no. Sometimes it's as simple as yum or yuck, and tuning into that and trusting yourself, empowering the responsibility within yourself to trust that. The other connection that we have, again, I feel like is very shifty for us, is the moon in Capricorn connecting with Neptune. So Neptune is in Pisces, 13 degrees, revolution, evolution, shift, liberation energy. Again, I'm feeling this energy of like Right now, part of this eclipse corridor, part of this work is releasing us from these old karmic vibrations that have still somehow corded themselves to us, and it's time to let that go. So we're working that as the moon connects to Neptune. That is also a call to be responsible when it comes to your spiritual process, whatever that may be. It doesn't have to be anybody else's process. It's your process. What is your process connecting to God, universe? How does that work for you, and how can you show up for that? And also, is there anywhere that needs to shift? Are you maybe still following somebody else's rules that no longer resonates with you? This is a major time of shift. The cards are so good, like I said. This is interesting because this card in traditional tarot actually is the Hanged Man. So there is kind of this sense of like, there's something that you need to address. And chances are the something is this old thing, these old karmic vibrations that have been suppressing. Figure out what that is. You're stuck here in this moment for a reason, but you also have the ability to raise this vibration higher, to shift this vibration and reach for something else. If I was going to make these cards, to me this card would be like the Star card. Like there's a new hope. There is success, a bright future within your grasp, within your vision, but you just have to connect with it and do this release work. Now, part of this release work, the emotions. There is a bit of emotion code stuff going on. Cry it out. Feel through. This time is ripe with that energy, like I said, being in between these eclipses. But also connect to your innocence. Connect to your inner master, which is your inner child, that inner innocence to help pull you through, to help remind you of what the yum is to drive you forward. The final card, which I love, is so perfect. It's a 26 card, which is 8 energy, which is Capricorn energy, Saturn energy, and the card is empowerment. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, being responsible, uniting with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. I'm going to read this part of it because I like this. Strength not only refers to the totality of everything that makes us strong on the outside, like our physical form and shape, but includes the inner qualities of wisdom, balance, flexibility, adaptability, courage, and I would say love. Our true power is deeply rooted in our knowing of who we are, that autonomy, being authentic with ourselves, our connection to source and self. When we are clear about who we are, we can be clear about what we are here to do. This clarity is empowering. Empowerment. Boom. You know what that's from. I love you. All right. So that's it for today. Join my Past Lives Intensive. We have a great group going up. I'm going to raise the prices on the day of the eclipse, so that will be next Thursday, the 15th. But until then, it's $55 to join the group. It is $77 if you want me to look at your chart. I'm so excited about the things that are coming forth. I'm really excited about the guests that I have lined up. We're going to go to a lot of different places with this, and I do think beyond past lives, it's going to help us unwind a lot of these karmic cords and some major ancestral stuff. I think the past life stuff and ancestral stuff is deeply entwined together, and when you're working one, you're working the other. So email me if you have any questions about that. I still have my other reading sale going. You can find that at GaiaBlooming.com. Besides that, there is enough love in the world for you, and the better it gets, the better it gets. Oh, Lala news update. There is no update. I'm sitting with the doors open, hoping to get a little sighting or a little meow from her, but she's like, nope, I'm in my hiding spot and I'm not moving in this moment. So keep sending that love and light to Lala and my poor Mahalo, who's missing her so much. So that is it for today. Namaste.